Welcome back to the Voice of the Coast. I am your host, Danika Foley Long, and with me we have Olympic gold medalist Vernon Tootie Norwood right here from Morgan City. But we're going to talk a little bit further from just Morgan City. We're going to get to his roots, as the old folks would say, his roots. So you've come from New Orleans, and you came by way of Hurricane Katrina.
Yep.
Did you anticipate your life to go the way it did after being really uprooted from your home?
Not at all. I did not see any of this happening at all. Even coming from New Orleans in 2005, I thought like it was pretty much over for us, like with the city and just my whole old life in general. But I did not see this at all to answer your question.
And let me tell you something. I mean, it's kind of a cultural change, right? Did
Oh,
you
for sure.
feel that coming from New Orleans
For
to
sure.
Morgan City?
I was devastated when I got here in a way of like being so young, had no friends here, didn't want to be here, just me and my mom. I'm like, it just was very, very different because I came from a city and I came to a small town, so everything was like a bit slower for me. So my life kind of slowed down coming from New Orleans to Morgan City. So it was like in New Orleans, I was doing this, that, and the third, moving very fast. And I came here, everything became very slow for me.
Yeah.
It's like I'm actually about to start living my teenage years, which was like very, it was like very, very like adjustment for me.
Right, and it's kind of a critical moment in,
Oh, for sure.
a child's life at your teenage years. How old were you specifically?
I think I was like 12, 13 maybe. I was
Uh-huh.
in middle school at the
Right.
time. So I think I was about 12, 13 at the time,
So you were about to transition to high school.
pretty much.
Now, while you 12 and 13, prior to coming to Morgan City, were you involved in sports? Were you athletic at all?
I was not involved in organized sports. I played sports in the neighborhood. Pretty much every kid did, but organized sports, not at all. I mean, like I could tell I was very athletic playing against my friends, but it never was organized because of
Right.
you were just having fun as
Just
kids.
having fun.
You were
Yeah,
just
it's
having
a fun
So
thing. Yeah.
never really thought about it playing like organized sports. So that's something that I don't think I ever was gonna get into at the time, but I ended up eventually I did.
Now we see this successful individual before us, but who were you before? I mean, I know about living in the projects,
Yeah,
the bricks.
yeah.
So who was that Vernon? Who was that little Tootie?
It was
What was life like?
life was like young, living very unconsciously, just doing whatever I wanted to, just running around, just being a kid. Like I don't regret anything that I did being as a kid. Like I did a lot of stuff. A lot of people who know me, they know all the stuff that I've done. But as I got older, I realized like, man, I could say that I had a very, very fun childhood, and I don't regret any of it. But it was fun. But you know, um,
How was it for your mom? She's the one that raised you, right?
yeah, my mom's, man, it was me and my three older brothers, and my mom, she like I could tell she never really wanted me to like be in the streets or just be around the wrong crowd. And I was very hard headed as every young
Yeah.
boy is. We all hard headed. So
And then having three older brothers.
he had three older brothers, but they're very gifted, and I look up to them in many different ways, and it led me to where I'm at right now, sitting with you. So it was very hard for my mom. My mom was a very strong woman, and she did the best that she can with all of us, and especially with me. She tried her best with me, but I think along the way, I learned very quickly on my own to see and what I wanted to be. But yeah.
And I had to bring in moms because
Oh, yeah.
where you are today, you got to give it up
Oh,
for moms,
sure.
right?
Yeah,
So,
my mom very strong. She's
yeah.
super proud. I mean, you know, I don't like to brag or talk much of myself, so to hear her talk and
Yeah.
be proud of me, I let her do her thing, like, because I know how proud she is, and she deserves it. So anything I could possibly do, I could give the world to her, and that's my goal.
Awesome. So now we're 13-year-old Vernon transitioning to high school. You didn't play a lot of organized sports. So I met you when you played basketball. I think a lot of people thought you had a lot of gift and talent in basketball, but
Yeah.
how did you take the basketball and go into track? I mean, and now, I mean, that's only 4 years
Yeah.
to get to where you are and then you go to college. So, I mean, what was it about track that really spoke to you in high school?
It was just an opportunity that I took. I think basketball, I was decent, good, but I didn't have like as much talent to take me to that next level. Or maybe if I'd have worked a little bit harder in basketball, but I just didn't. But track was just an opportunity for me to further my education and obviously like it just got me to where I wanted to be at here.
Hmm.
But it it was just an opportunity that was knocking at the door.
Right. And we're going to talk about a little bit about that a little bit deeper in the next segment because I want to know about the coaching staff because a lot of
Uh-huh.
times we don't see it in ourselves and other people see it in us. I want to know who along the way kind of pushed you and helped you get to that next level. You guys come on back right here on the Voice of the Coast with yours truly. Welcome back to the Voice of the Coast. Again, I am your host, Danika Foley Long. With me, we have Olympic gold medalist Vernon Norwood. Vernon actually won the 4x4 men's relay, got the gold, got the bronze in the 4x4 mixed relay. And I can tell you a lot of folks here are just very proud of you, and they are pushing for you to go even further. But again, I want to know, how did you take one step to get to the next step to the next step? So who was in your corner? Who was backing you? Was there people pushing you in the athletic realm?
Yeah, I mean, when I started track here in high school, you could go back from there. This is where it started, my junior year in high school. When we had, when I was playing basketball at the time, and we had a new coach, football coach, Brett Bonifans, super good guy. And he came in, he wanted me to do, well, he wanted us to play football, and I was like, I ain't doing football. Then he saw how I moved on the court, he saw I was very fast, so wanted me to try out for track, and I did. And Denver Chapman obviously was a big, huge role in for me to stay on the track path. Super great guy. He's like a father to me. And Coach Gary Johnson. Oh man,
Yes.
Gary Johnson is one of the most. He believed in me when I didn't believe in myself.
I
He
love it.
knew exactly what I was going to be without even like. He used to say it to me all the time, like, "Oh, this man crazy." Every day he used to tell me like, "Man, you got the body, you got the build, you got it." And
Come on.
I don't know. At that time, like, oh, you go ahead.
Right,
I'm
right.
just out here to have fun, to do what I want to do. In high school, they was pretty much in my corner rooting for me and saw my potential and stuff like that. But later along the line, I got to junior college. Blaine Wiley, super good coach, super smart. He made me understand about hard work and just doing what you're told, and just, if you trust what you're doing, it'll work out. And later along the line, 2 years later, transferred to LSU, got with Dennis Shaver, who's my current coach right now, also with Benny Brazil. They made me realize, like, take advantage of the opportunities because, and you put the work in. So that's what I did. And I didn't know I had such a hard work ethic in me, and it kind of like my competitiveness and all those type of things. It just brought it out me, and I'm just like, I was always been a very humble guy. So I always, my coach, they always wanted me to be the leader, but I kind of led by example. I never was really a vocal leader. I always led by example and doing and doing. And once they saw how hard I pushed the group and saw how hard I pushed myself, it was an example for the other guys.
And I want everyone to know, earlier when we talked, he said, I'm not much of a talker. I'm not. You're like motivating folks right now. You don't even know it.
Yeah,
What
I
would you
hope so.
say to young kids who are watching you right now and saying, like, man, he's so cool, and you may not see that. I don't know if you see it or not. But what would be the, what would you tell people who are watching you, who are looking at you and saying, man, I could do that?
Yeah, just don't be afraid to take chances, whether you feel uncomfortable with it or not. Just stay committed to it. I tell a lot of people, like, I would tell like the young kids, like, just try all the sports. Try basketball, soccer, football. Try it all. You never know where you can maximize your potential in. And you get to see how far it could take you, because it could be, an opportunity to knock on the door. You can't always limit yourself to just being one dimensional. Just try to go out and have a widespread variety of your options and your potential, because you just never know. And once you commit to it, just stay dedicated to it.
You're getting a track named after you. It's going to be
Uh-huh.
called Vernon Norwood.
That's crazy.
Where are you going from here? What's next for you? And what are your thoughts about that?
Uh, I was very excited when Coach Hemel told me, because I don't get excited for a lot of things. When he told me that, I was very excited. I was like, wow. I think I was in Switzerland at the time. He called me and told me, he was like, man, we had a unanimous decision. They're going to name the track after you and stuff. I'm like, what? Like I was like, for real? You know what I mean? I almost like teared up a little bit because it's crazy because I never thought that, me coming from New Orleans, being a Morgan City native now, to actually, I was born in New Orleans, but now I'm leaving a legacy here in Morgan City. So, tonight when I'm at the council meeting, I can finally officially say that I'm a Morgan City native.
Quickly, what's next for you?
Um, well, right now I'm on off season, but this year coming up, we have World Championships in Eugene, so that's pretty much next. Right now, I'm just hanging out, chilling. I'll start training in a couple of weeks, so get my body back right, and just. But that's next, though. World Championships in Eugene next year.
Well, we're pulling for you, we're pushing you, and hoping the best for you. Thank you so much for your interview, and thank you guys for joining us. Come on back. We have much more to cover right here on The Voice of the Coast. Welcome back to the Voice of the Coast. Again, I am your host, Danika Foley-Long, and with me we have Matt Dragna, who is the organizer of Friends of Morgan City Christmas, or rather Friends of MC Christmas. You can find them on Facebook. You heard the last name, Dragna. You are like the silent Dragna in the family, aren't you?
Yeah, full disclosure, that's my little brother running the city now.
Right, right.
Hopefully you don't hold that against me.
No, not at all. Actually, you're here running something totally different.
Yes.
And it is actually about the city.
Right.
So let's get into it.
Yeah, so talking with family and friends and visiting other places, we've seen these great Christmas decorations. And one thing that really struck me was the ability for these towns and cities and businesses to change their displays at will. And did a little research and found out that we can do that here too. Yeah. So our goal is to put a curtain of lights, I'll call it, a curtain of lights 100 feet wide and 14 feet tall over the seawall where Morgan City is embossed in the seawall.
Right.
So it'll completely cover that, and it's over 15,000 bulbs. So
that's a lot.
That's a lot of bulbs, and each bulb is capable of 16 million colors.
Wow.
So it could be anything. It could be a flag, it could be fireworks, it could be snowflakes, it could be a train, so.
That's something I didn't ask you, but I'm gonna ask it right now because I feel it coming on. Everyone knows about the wharf and Morgan City facing Berwick and Berwick facing Morgan City. Yeah. Are you trying to create a little competition?
I don't know.
Berwick?
Maybe a little friendly competition is what we need.
Right,
each side building the other side up.
Yeah.
Through some competition.
And you mentioned something. You said we'll have the curtain of lights. We'll also have the Christmas display that we see at the shrimp boat in town right here on Morgan City on the neutral ground. And also Bernice Street is known for Christmas. That's a lot of Christmas, and there's a city out there already that's known for the City of Lights, and that's Natchitoches. Are you going for Natchitoches' neck?
So Natchitoches and Morgan City, we could be twins. We could be a North Louisiana, South Louisiana twin.
Okay.
We don't want to compete with them per se, but we do want our share of the pie, right? Okay. Bringing customers for our businesses here, bringing people who want to stay in our hotels, bringing the tax dollars here is what part of this is about,
And you know what? Lights can do that, right? I mean,
yeah.
Kids love lights.
Yeah.
Adults love lights. And people want attractions. And you mentioned about economic impact. I mean, do you really think that can draw businesses?
I think it'll draw people to the area. And then once they're here, they're going to want to eat at our restaurants. They're going to want to shop in our stores, stay in the hotels. The Shrimp Festival brings a lot of people in, and maybe we can just kind of build on that, Okay. It's just a big sign saying, here, stop in Morgan City, see what we have to offer.
And let's just say, I think, were you also involved with the Christmas tree that went up just last year? Because I know that was actually a pretty good draw. My family came in town and wanted to take pictures at the Christmas tree at the wharf.
That was a big hit. I didn't have anything to do with that. That was totally...
that was the other Dragna.
That was the other Dragna. Okay. That was my little brother. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
That was his idea, him and Christy, his wife. And they really did a good thing there, I believe, by putting that tree up. Because, like you said, many pictures were taken in front of that tree.
Now, of course, the lights sound great. It's a wonderful idea, but it's got to be funded. We need money for it. So where does the public fall in line?
Nothing happens without money. So everybody on the MC, Friends of MC Christmas committee, are the people who donate. That's the people who are on the committee. We're looking for donations. We want to get this money, donate these lights to the city, and the city will put them up every year or maintain them with our help.
Okay. $25,000 to anybody just having it go in their pocket,
Yeah.
and say, that's a lot of money. But honestly, it's really not. You kind of broke it down to really a science. I mean, if everybody participated, how much would it cost?
So based on a population of 10,000 people, that's $2.50 a person. So we're not looking for great, huge donations from everybody. We're looking for $10 or $15 per family, and that'll get us well on our way. We've got a good start so far, and we just want to keep going that way.
All right, many ways to donate.
Yep.
I mean, you can go to pretty much all the platforms that you saw on the screen, GoFundMe, Venmo. You can go directly to City Hall, pay with a check and put in the note, Friends of MC Christmas, PayPal and Facebook. We're going to talk a little bit more about this. Come on back right here on The Voice of the Coast with yours truly. Welcome back to the Voice of the Coast. Again, I am your host, Danika Foley Long. With me, we have Matt Dragna, who is the organizer of Friends of MC Christmas. And if you would like to participate or have a hand in volunteering when we get it, because I'm saying we're getting this curtain of 15,000 lights, you can definitely hit them up on Facebook, Friends of MC Christmas, but also go to their Facebook page, and that is, their email address is friendsofmcchristmas@gmail.com. Very easy.
Right.
So I really want to ask you, how did you even learn about this? I mean, of this curtain, and can you kind of show everyone what that looks like?
So right here, the red and green with the Morgan City highlighted. These bulbs could be any color. We've seen similar displays, and then during my research, I found out that there was a company who made these programmable lights named Twinkly. And it's a worldwide company, and they have large displays in a lot of places. So that's how we found out about it. And I did a little research and figured out that they were the best.
That is going to be pretty cool coming across the bridge and looking down and seeing that. That's
Yes.
going to be really nice. And I'm glad you had the foresight to see that and bring it before the city.
Thank you.
So let's talk about sponsorships. Of course, if everybody got involved, we could get this done just $2.50. Every household, $2.50. But just in case that does not happen, I mean, you are also offering kind of an incentive to individuals who would like to help out with corporate sponsorships.
Yeah, if we have a corporate sponsor who would like to have their logo put up, we have a schedule of time that we can do that. Starting at $500 donation and going up over 10,000, we have advertising rates. We'll call it. It's pretty neat, and I think if you email us, we can send you the schedule.
All right. Again, that email, friendsofmcchristmas@gmail.com. Now, we have a lot of businesses here.
We do.
So have you gone before? Have you talked to any of them?
I have. I've talked to several of them. You'll see our flyers around town. Pick one up. On the back are QR codes for either the Facebook page or donating. And tell your friends, please.
Yes,
spread this around.
That's right.
We have a lot of people who don't live in Morgan City anymore who would like to donate. So
yes,
they
thank
won't
you.
really-
You
they
don't
won't
get
really
away
know
that
about
easy.
it, yeah.
Yes, if you've moved away, this is your hometown. This is what we want you guys to get involved. So again, Venmo, PayPal. Go directly to City Hall and drop off a check. You can write it up and put in the note. Also PayPal, Facebook.
GoFundMe.
GoFundMe, yes, all of those things. Now, question for you. 15,000 lights, I can just imagine that on my house. Ooh, Jesus. Who's going to fit the bill? Like, who's going with the bill, the light bill?
There's a couple of components there. One is the installation, and one is the light bill. And the city has given us support on both of those. And then there's a 4G phone SIM card that will be involved to be able to allow programming from anywhere. And we think we'll be able to pay for that with the donations. We'll just set up basically a phone account. But
okay, so good. We got the city
we've got partners
on board.
with the city.
Yes, awesome. I love it. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to get involved, make sure to do so. You can give your money by way of Venmo, GoFundMe, PayPal, Facebook, and directly to City Hall. And lastly, yes, we're talking about Christmas, but this can be for any holiday,
It could be for
right?
any holiday. It could be a big U.S. flag. It could be a state of Louisiana flag. It could be fireworks. It could be a train going across. It could be Easter bunny. It could be Thanksgiving.
Right.
Remember the reason for the season.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. I mean,
Keep
we have all
Christ
kind
in
of
Christmas.
holidays.
We got it.
Yes. All right. Give us your email address for folks and how they can contact you.
It's friendsofmcchristmas@gmail.com. And my phone number, 985-518-5089. Thank you.
All right. Thank you again. The silent Dragna. Matt Dragna with Friends of MC Christmas. You can check them out on Facebook as well as you can check us out on Facebook. Excuse me. We are KWBJ TV 22. Also, check us out on YouTube. You can watch us on YouTube. It's KWBJ Live. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys next time.